So this is looking good. Let's start. I will receive, yes. So I hope the audio is coming through all right. I previously had some issues. Jesus, type all right. The plastic rollable fields, I use one a lot. I got one at the, not the last World Cup, but the one before that in Amsterdam. And I like it. It doesn't quite fit in my backpack, so it'll stick out, but that's not actually a problem. So let's see. In theory I could surf, but it's not worth the risk associated with it. I will want to hit this guy and this guy with my two bash folks. He doesn't have any guard, is that right? Oh, he has one guard, but he's out. Well, that helps. This guy's got strength 5 though. So I will want 2 assists here. Block this guy off, add an assist there. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that should do it. Obviously my extra arms etc. guy can be here. The weather is sunny, which means poorer passing. Not that I was really planning to. I have 12 players if I remember correctly. He's got a tackle down here. His frenzy's all the way over here, so I'm actually safe at this spot. Might want to just go like this. So yeah, this looks quite alright. Good, let's go. Oh, let me plug in my laptop there. Sorry about that, I'm back. Good thing there's no timer on these things. So high kick, obviously I'll try and catch. That will be a 3+ because of extra arms. And it's good. So for starters, block this guy. Good. Here, let's follow. Go there. Now this should be a 2-die block. And it is not good. I'm not re-rolling that for now. Yeah, I'm quite okay with this actually. Block this guy, fine. So he's potentially worth fouling. Let's not rule that out. Haven't blitzed yet. Fair enough. So I could put him here for the foul. But he would be in the way of the best blitz to make, I think. Let's put him there. That is a pity. Here's good. So he can reach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm safe up until here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not in a real rush to go there, so I'm okay with this. I could foul the troll, but I can also foul the troll next turn. I'm actually more inclined to foul the frenzy guy, to be honest. because it's his only frenzy and his only tackle, and I have quite a bit of dodge. And the foul is bad. That's a pity. Down to 11 players already. Not a great first turn, that's for sure. Also, the fact that I've placed both my diving tackles in the same spot is not really too smart. They're usually better off doing bothering different guys in different spots. So this guy, Dr. Bash, has been on 74 star player points since the better part of forever. Very frustrating, of course. Obviously, he's not someone I tend to blitz with, but you'd think that with Mighty Blow Tackle, he would get a casualty at some point. The logo is just a picture that I stole somewhere and added some text onto. There's definitely a lot of people on FUMBBL who will really spend a great amount of effort to make brilliant looking logos. I'm a bit too lazy for that, or maybe you could say I'm a bit too addicted to playing Blood Bowl to actually spend enough downtime on it. Yes, I am. So normally I play this team with a 14 player squad, which means I usually get to foul every turn. Obviously, since I'm now already down to 11 players, fouling is much less of an option. I want to blitz with the claw palm, which means I want to block with the Mino. So let's see. Let's get the ball safe before we do any silliness. Also, yes. So this guy's got strength 5, which means I need not 1 but 2 assists, which puts me on strength 6 effectively. This I will reroll. Ooh, holy shit, that is a good punch there. That is pretty damn huge. Yeah, you're right, Liquor. That's something very great about FUMBBL. So the game itself, Doreen, in terms of its complexity, is pretty much the same. The user interface is a lot cleaner, so it takes some getting used to, and it being free does also help. Yes, I agree. Wow. Okay, so this is going really well. He's got break tackle, so I'm not too excited about leaving this as open as it is. Which means I'm going to go disconnect here. I've already used my team reroll, but this guy has dodge. So this should make me safer. And now it's really safe, the ball for this turn. I'm just going to go here. Ah, it works even. FUMBBL is faster and more stable. That's definitely true. It has proper rules. Well, it sounds like you already know how easy it is to get in there. It has all teams, including a couple of extra ones for the League Division only, or for the Stunty League Division, I should say. And if you the turn time is always 4 minutes, and timing out is optional, so games can be a lot longer. But if both coaches are actually fast players, the games are a lot shorter because your actions don't take time in addition to the time you take to do them, if that makes sense. So you can click stuff and it'll happen instantly, as long as you're willing to act quickly. So you could play a 1 minute turn time tournament on FUMBBL, and the turns would actually take 1 minute. Now, I mean all the real teams, not the Bretonians and not the what are they called, the Corn roster and stuff like that. I meant the actual Blood Bowl teams, like in the Blood Bowl board game. Although when the Secret League comes on, that will be I guess we will have Corn and Bretonians as well. Little go for it fail there. Success now. So I could blitz this guy off. Actually I might, because this guy has armor 8 and this guy has 74 star player points. Also he has tackle and this guy has dodge. So yes, go here. Follow. That's a pity. Shouldn't have rerolled that because of Cyanide's implementation of the rules. Yeah, so streaming... no, I don't know Velenig. Oh. So this was a bit of a mistake piling on here because the piling on was a 9+ roll now. We're looking at a half die here. That was not very elegant, Sage. Not really. This guy's got agility 2, strip ball, tackle. Relevant to note. Missed that the first time round. Let's see, moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could just go back, I suppose. That might not be bad. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's weird to have this luxury of time now. Here, I have a block there. Nice. Out here is fine. Roll 1 die wide as well. And it's even good. Nice. So I don't know Velenig. So yeah, streaming your card game is obviously not a good idea. I can see how that might go wrong. So I actually do have a special play card that I haven't looked at since I started to stream. So I do have a card, and obviously I'm not telling you guys what it is. I'm not sure I remember it though. Yeah, so the star player point thing is definitely a factor. My my team was quite underskilled relative to Jimmy's, which is also got to do with the draw. Ooh, a half die skull there. But the half die is good on the reroll though. Right. This guy can stand up now. He's not going to do anything else. I will be blitzing. No, I don't need to blitz with him. I can blitz with the Mino actually. No good this time. Put him there. I think I will. Oh, that's just one short then. Let's see. Well, if I go here and I make this block, then that's not as much of a problem. I don't like this too much, really. Let's just make this a screen. At the moment, I'm still relatively safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. If I don't manage this block, I do. Okay. I was going to say if I don't manage this block, then I don't like the idea of going here with the ball. But now it's quite alright. And now I can blitz this guy. No, I cannot. That's a pity. Alright, next turn. So in my first round, so the first 3 games in the tournament, I was up against Orcs and Dwarves. So even though I won against the Dwarves, there's not a lot of star player points in those games usually. What were your first 3 matchups, Jimmy? So I will have to start getting move on soon. Bashing Orcs is all very nice, but at some point you want to run in the touchdown. I don't have any I don't have any movement on this team, so even my most score potential player is still movement 6 only. Alright, so yeah, there's a bit more potential in there, I think. Nice. Okay, this puts some pressure on there. Block this, block this. This should help. Blitz there, block there. Move here, which means he can stand up. He can, that's nice. Good. Put him there. I want to follow this. I also really want to hit this guy. No, not skull against this guy. Hit this guy, I said. No use re-rolling the armor there. So that's not quite as far as I would have liked to go. So the real question is, can I mark these guys after doing what I want to do? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In theory, I could get there. Let's not count on that, though. Let's get a move on. So between tentacles and diving tackle, I have a pretty good shot at stopping him, even though he's got a lot of movement. And then there's blodge, so I'm not too worried about that guy. Use dodge there, so not really worth going the full length. And bit of a shameful skull there. So there's quite a bit of farming on Chaos, I would say. I mean, they've got armor 8 and no block, so you can really do some damage there. Relative to, say, Dwarves or Orcs, I think Chaos are very farmable, actually. And Skaven and Bretonnians also have a ton of armor 7 even, so yep. So the good news is I'm not suffering any losses of players here. That helps. Yeah, that's not a half die I would want to make here. Oh, he is stupid. Yes, I want to use tentacles. Oh, he escaped the tentacles and made the... Aww. He's got a block though, so it's not terrible for him. But so he escaped the diving tackles. He escaped the tentacles. Yeah, the problem is, Squirrel Dude, that this is about a situation where you get 1 or maybe 2 skills on a player. So I can block him. That's good. Exactly, this is think fast specifically. Wood elves. Ooh, nice lucky casualty there. Time to Clawpome the Troll. So rerolling armor is no use in this system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm actually pretty safe down here already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I might as well go here. I can get some guard on this guy at least. It's my last reroll, but I think this is worth it, because making this lets me make this block, which in turn makes me a lot safer again. Question is, do I want to block with the Mino, and if so, then whom? I guess blocking this black orc is still worth doing, even though it unmarks these guys. Yep, gonna give that a go. So no more reroll. Yeah, the fact that your movement speed actually determines your on-pitch movement speed. Well, it doesn't matter for the turns, right, Berengal, because your turn time doesn't run during the normal movement. It matters mostly due to the during the setup time. I think that's the main problem there. So I've got one more turn in which I should not be scoring, but that looks very doable. Huh. He tried to blitz. He succeeded on his really stupid roll, but he has movement 3. So he needed a go for it to make a blitz on the guy next to him, and he failed that. So there's no reason to do anything but go here. Niggle, niggle. Niggle, niggle. I want to block on this guy. Let's make this 3-die first, though. Yes, glad I made it a 3-die. Well, I don't really like rats at rookie team value that much. I think they're not, you know, quite at their prime there. Oh, so I wanted to. Oh no! Now you're seeing what card I have. Unmoved player drops prone and stuns an adjacent player for this turn. Nope. Very nice squirrel, dude. Yeah, I think Dark Elves really are the go-to for that format. Though I think humans are quite a good option. Exactly, Squirrel Dude, because the human blitzers get Mighty Blow and Guard rather than I don't know, Leader and Pass and shit like that. So I removed 3 of his guys, including this movement 5 guy. Huh, I think I had him pegged as strength 5. That was silly. Yeah, movement 5. Yeah, so he's managed to put pressure onto the ball, which could matter if I wouldn't just score. It really depends. The Witch Elf is really good if the opponent isn't fantastic. So in the first couple of rounds, you could really get advantage there, I think. In the later phases, the Witch Elf is not nearly as good because, consider my game against Jimmy, for instance. I had a Juggernaut Witch Elf, which is fantastic, but she didn't actually do much. Interesting question. Undead are really, really good at low team value. Wood Elves could still beat them with the strip ball early on. Chaos Dwarves are great, although you want more time to develop the Bull Centaurs, I think. Norse could do well, I suppose. Surfing helps. Yeah, Chaos Dwarfs really need a very well-developed bull in order to become a huge threat. And of course, the fact that they get Claw doesn't help them much in this short tournament either. Oh, wait, this is silly. I've set up for a regular defense when in fact I still have a turn 8 to play. My mistake. Exactly, Liquor. I think that would work. High Elf. I was surprised to see so much High Elves out there. High Elves are better at team value 17, 18, 19, 20, but everything below 1500 is rubbish for High Elves. So I was really surprised to see 2 of them in this format, or more even. So they only got 2 blitzers, and in return they can choose to get a catcher who has no good skills to start with, but he has movement 8. So he's a better player in potential, but a poorer player in reality until he skills a couple of times. Ooh, wow, he's making a 3-die with his dodge guy and rolling 3 both downs. Yeah, that's true, Liquor. I really don't see a reason to play High Elves in such a short format. Lizards, maybe. Lizards are still good at 1800 team value, except if you're in a format where everyone plays Klopholm. So, let's do the same setup, but now for real. Also, being able to name your saved setups and actually save more than a couple of them is a good asset of the FUMBBL client relative to the Cyanide one, I think. So we've got a diving tackle here and here. We've got a tackle there and there. Put this guy in the middle. There we go. Yeah, skilling the Saurus is something you can do against noobs really well. So on Cyanide, getting a good lizard team going is actually very doable because MVP from concessions and giving Saurus handoffs basically because opponents are just poor. Yep. Yes, I think that's a fair analysis, Squirrel Dude. Orc hard. Chankas is a brilliant coach, and he gets another reroll. He now has 5. Well, lizards do really well still at low team value, even without the block. You have a bit more chance of a turnover, but you also get so many 2-die blocks, and they add up to quite some punching power. So my opponent still has 11 players for the second half, which is obviously not according to my plan. Then again, I removed 3 of his, and he removed 1 of mine, so not bad. Actually, the ref removed 1 of mine. Well, I think Wood Elves are probably up there with Undead Berengal. Or maybe not 1,000, but 1,100. So I'm not sure what he's doing here. Playing for a very connected game. Against Chaos, who have more guard than you do. Doesn't seem quite like the right thing to do. Well, not just dwarves or chaos dwarves, to be honest. Yeah, you're right, Jimmy. Putting up chaos for Halloween would have been the right thing to do. I agree. So Amazons are ridiculous unless they play against teams with a couple of tackle. It doesn't have to be dwarves or chaos dwarves. I mean, a lot of good teams will develop tackle over time, right? So I can make this block right now. Here. We'll just stand this guy up. He'll need an assist. That can be this guy for now. Might want to blitz that. No, I'm gonna blitz the troll, I guess. Go here because then I can blitz from the better square. Good, it's a hit. Piling on armor is really very little use. These guys have tackle. Oh, hello, that's nice. Then I suppose going here isn't bad. I expect him to come down on this side. Really don't want to foul there. He doesn't have guard though, so I can just stand this up. Yeah, looks good. Velenich, I do play Wood Elves sometimes. In fact, the only real big tournament that I've ever won was the FUMBBL Warpstone Open with my Wood Elves. I consider myself very much more a Dark Elf coach than a Wood Elf coach. And when I played my Wood Elves, I actually played them very, very connectedly as well. But sure, I play Wood Elves. I actually, at the start of the stream, showed a short excerpt of one of my Wood Elf games with that team as well. Chinch demons. Wouldn't put it past them. Right, so if he follows... Oh... I can block him. There. And then blitz here. Yeah, it looks doable. Yeah, I could think about it. So I'm really not that big a fan of Skaven for that format. I think Skaven do a lot better when they've got a couple more skills in, and you don't get those skills in that tournament on the especially the Storm Vermin. You can skill a gutter or two, so you can get a wrestle and or a strip ball and stuff. Yeah, dodge, because I've got tentacles. Or a half die, that's actually better, because then at least you... Oh, I figured he was going to free up this guy, but he doesn't. Oh, but he does prevent the chain push thing here. Frenzy is another push. So I could actually chain push with the Minotaur on a block action. That's nice. Nope, that's not what I want. That is what I want. And I want it now. I could make that block action a 3-die though. Seems worth it. I'm not going to be blitzing with this guy, so I might as well go here. That's not a chain push, you idiot. But at least it makes this chain push possible. I think I'll just want to put him there, yes. Good, because now this is a double chain push. Here, there, and now the ball carrier is nicely out in the open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do still have tack on him. I suppose I could blitz with this guy. One go. Yes, it's good. Follow. Bad bounce though. I suppose going here isn't bad. Here. Fine turn. Yeah, so the Wrath Ogre is really rubbish, but on a rookie team, you don't really need the money to not take him, if that makes sense. I guess for the for one advantage in playing Skaven for the 1 minute thing is that you can actually save up the initial team value and use that money to save up for a wizard, because you know, getting a wizard in the finals or in the semifinals can really determine things. Money is kind of a big deal in that short format there. I think I had no, I did have one game with nice winnings actually, because I got my 4th blitzer. And the troll is still dumb, using the blitz action again. This guy might be a problem. I'd really rather keep him from scoring now than make scoring harder for him next turn. One die against Blodge. Oh, hello. Go, go, go. Diving tackle. No, no diving tackle. That's a pity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I can blitz the ball. Which means he's not blitzing, which means I might as well make the clawbone block first. Yes. I could actually chain push this probably. Might want to do that. Oi, 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 oi. So I can go here and then do it with the Minotaur instead. It's worth it. I will have to stand these guys up because if this fails I want them active, and of course Minotaurs do fail relatively frequently. He's in the way though, that is a pity. Because I would like to mark this guy. I can. So now this guy is marked, which means this is becoming a 2-die blitz. I will reroll that. Pushing towards the side seems good. I've got diving tackle here too. This means the extra arms guy wants to get a bit closer. Let's assume things go badly, because if things go well then I don't need him. If things go badly I want him around here. I could get my other diving tackler on here still. And I can get this guy on the ball with one go for it, so I'll do that later. Here we are, diving tackle there. And a guy on the ball. That should be all my players. On a Minotaur, strength 6 is amazing. Well, actually, on a Rat Ogre with break tackle, it's not bad. But yeah, tentacles kind of are a thing there. I agree. Well, it does allow you to deal with high strength teams, right? Because that's really a weakness for... So that could have been a blitz action. He could have grabbed the ball there. Now that was merely a block action. I don't see who's going to grab the ball now. Yeah. In fact, Dark Elves have Agility 4 Frenzy on their starting setup, which is very, very effective. Oh, that helps. That helps a lot. Thank you. So I can block this guy off. This guy does not have quite the reach to get there, though. Yes, tentacles. No, tentacles failed. So let's see. Going here. Oh, yes, apparently I am. Let's see if I can get my tentacles somewhere useful. Oh, can't reach that. That's a pity. This will have to do, yes, because now I can block him. Here. Stand him up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, can't reach the ball there. I can try to make myself a bit more relevant. I think this is a nice spot for an extra guarder. Block this guy. Blitz. Nice. I have the dodge skill and I want the extra movement. So I'm going to follow up here. Reroll the go. I have a unmoved player who can go prone and stun the adjacent player. That's this guy, I guess. Is that worth doing? I think making this guy stunned is really not bad. Yeah. Yes. And Fern, you can go be stunned now. Good. So the only thing I could actually buy there was, in my 1 minute tournament, was the next Blitzer. I suppose I could have gone for an Apo instead. Ooh. So I've got 2 diving tackle on the ball. Getting blocks in here will be very hard. I actually like this move that I did with the chop block. It should make things really, really hard for the opponents. I haven't outbashed him as hard as I could have, but doesn't look like I needed to either. I just need the 3+ pickup now, and then I should be pretty much home clear. Blitz on a 4+ stupid roll, and a go for it. So that's one thing I do like about Cyanide, is if you're considering an action, it will actually tell you the probability of failing it, like the stupid roll. Here on FUMBBL you don't get to see that. And we have a Blitz pushing me onto the ball. So he caught the ball on the rebound, but then failed his go for it for the frenzy Blitz. That's rich. Let's see. Safe block. Push is nice, I think. And we have some lag. Hello, FUMBBL servers. Are you there? You are there. Yes. So I can block this. I can even chain push something somewhere. I think getting out the way is preferable here. Although now this guy's getting close to being able to reach this. He's just going to go here. How far can he get? Not quite far enough. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. I think using him to blitz this guy and then go and get the ball might be my best option. I will want to get here, just to be annoying. I will want to stand these guys up. Not this guy though. Good. So let's think about this, about the effects we can have. I want... Yeah, I'm not going to get what I want. Well, maybe after the minor block. That would be cool. I'm not going to follow that. Need this pickup, get it too. He has Blodge, he has Frenzy, so I don't want to stay next to him. This is a good spot. So if I make this block, That was a nice turn. And so because I cleared these guys, this is now also a 2-die. He's still really fine where he is. No need to risk him. That went well. That went very, very well. So this guy's going to be blitzing, I guess, because he has break tackle. So the sound you heard was my spectator. We have one spectator in the game on FUMBBL making spectator sounds. There's actually a couple of commands that you can do on FUMBBL. What team value is this? This is 19-ish. I could actually see somewhere. My team is 1920 and his are 1980. Okay, so what do we have? Some nice things that are surfable. He can move now because the troll is stupid. Thank you, Squirrel Dude. I see. So he was in. Okay. So this is not quite the effect I was going for, because I wanted to get free of tackle here. So there's a lot of things I can do, but none of them aren't quite as... Any Dark Elf comp you would include an assassin. So I actually have an assassin on one of my Dark Elf teams here on FUMBBL. I think it's worth just doing the dodge. Yes, reroll. Yes, run like crazy. No tackle, so this is a fine spot. So I want my tentacles on this guy. Guard, doesn't matter. Oh, and he goes down. Well, that's fine. So the 2 times that I hired an assassin on my Dark Elf team were both when I was in a FUMBBL Majors and playing. I knew I was going to be up against an Armor 7 opponent. So in the one game I was up against Skaven, and the other game I was up against Wood Elves, and in those situations I decided to hire an assassin. Well, maybe Jimmy. Well, mostly because the teams that do best in that format are the teams that do best in the tabletop format are Undead and Wood Elves, and those races are they have Armor 7 positionals that are worth stabbing. Well, one of the problems with the assassin is that you stand him next to an opponent, and if you fail to knock him down, you will lose him. And I guess losing a player like that is not as terrible. Yeah, Wood Elves are insanely popular on that style of play. Nope, no luck on killing the Niggle right now. but the push should be enough to secure the game. Or the 2-0 rather. The game was already kind of secure. Oh, that's a death. Ouch. No guard, no guard. One die. One die. And that should be that then. This guy's got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, no, it looks fine. I suspect the spectator is probably someone who's not up on the stream. True. So tabletop tournaments are often 1100 or 1150. Oh, Frenzy Skull there. Nice. Do I have anyone very close to skilling? Oh, Dr. Bash skilled. Finally. That kill just now? Excellent. So I suppose these 5-star player point guys could skill, but without a reroll I don't think it's worth it. Yes, reroll that because it's under average, which you can just see because it's a die roll, not some stupid end result. And the reroll actually failed. Thanks for playing. Good luck in the rest and see you around. Cool. So thanks for stopping by. I'm not going to be streaming any more Blood Bowl 2 tonight. In case you weren't already, do remember to follow and also definitely have a look at the